85% of women have clothes in their closet that don't fit. So that's almost everybody.
Right.
I don't know who that other small percentage is. But
a lot of people are still figuring out what sustainability is, what eco-friendly clothes are. So how would you define it?
Well, you know, that's a really tricky question. I think that, you know, I think though that if we look at sustainable fashion in general, or just sustainability in general, you know, a lot of people use the word circular, you know, really thinking about how something was made and then how is it disposed of. If we can extend the amount that we wear garments, we can drastically reduce our own personal carbon footprints and that of the garment.
Talk to me about why you created Swap Society.
When I learned several years ago about how polluting the fashion industry is to the earth, I decided that I wanted alternatives because I really love fashion. I think fashion is really fun. I love mixing up my wardrobe all the time. But then I started to feel really guilty about what my shopping habits were. The fashion industry is the #4 industrial polluter in the world and accounts for 8% of global carbon emissions. When you're buying secondhand or swapping something that's secondhand, you're using something that already exists. So your purchase isn't causing more resources to be utilized.
And I know a lot of people, they say, well, sustainable clothes are very expensive, high price, but it's because of the way they have to make it. But Swap Society, you don't necessarily have to worry about that because you're just kind of sharing your clothes, swapping your clothes, right? It's like an affordable option.
Exactly. It's much more affordable, actually. Everything costs points plus a per item fee of either $3.99 or $4.99, depending on your membership type. So it's super affordable. It's the point system that keeps it fair, and you spend your points. So if you send in a fancy dress and you get 100 points for it, you could take out another dress for 100 points, and it's still just that same per item fee.
Why do you think people should care about sustainable fashion, especially when it's fast fashion is so easily accessible and they have sales and discounts? You know, like, why should I care?
Well, you know, fashion is polluting the world. So I always say, you know, can fashion save the planet? A lot of people maybe don't think about fashion as being one of those things. They might think, oh, electric cars, solar panels. A lot of people are saying eat vegan, and that can, you know, help as well. And it also is an industry that largely subjugates a lot of women. So if you care about empowering women, and also if you care about the planet, I think that swapping is a really good alternative, and sustainable fashion is a way to really stand behind your values. The way that we shop and spend our money does influence the world. So fast fashion is easy, it's cheap, but there's a really high cost associated somewhere. Somebody's paying for it somewhere.